Hey, so in this video, I'm going to show you quickly how to build this really simple crypto portfolio with the native built-in features for tracking crypto prices in Google Sheets. So currently, the Google Finance function is set up to take Bitcoin, Ether, Litecoin, and Bitcoin Cash. If you want anything beyond these four, that will be a different method, but for now, we'll just focus on these because these are using just built-in features from Google Sheets with nothing else required. So when we come in here, like I just built a little table here where we have the token. This is where you would want to put in your amount that you hold. You can put in your average price as based on whatever it was, for example, that you paid for it. But here is the interesting one, current price. So if you look up here at the formula, all you need to do is just write in equals Google Finance, open the bracket, quotation, currency, colon, then BTC USD, close the quotation, and then close the bracket, and it's going to spit out the pretty much live price. It's actually delayed. Keep in mind down here it says quotes are not sourced from all markets, blah blah blah, 20-minute delay. So pay attention to that. This isn't like to the second amount, but this is pretty good if you're just building a portfolio and you want to kind of have a screenshot of, you know, your pie chart of your holdings. If you just go down to the next cell, you can see here that this has been updated to ETH USD. The next cell, LTC USD, and you guessed it, the next one is BCH USD. So if you have those, they're super easy just to type in. If you forget, just come back and look at this. But then basically, you can build out a little portfolio here. So for example, if you bought half a Bitcoin at an average price of 58,000, then the net investment would be basically 0.5 times 58,000. That's exactly what's going on here. And then if you also take the current value, which is the current price times the amount that you're holding, now you can kind of start getting information about your holdings, your portfolio, and just simply by subtracting the current value, taking the current value and subtracting your net investment, you're going to see, you know, if you're at a gain or a loss, and then you can also just convert that really quickly into a percentage. Yeah, and then you just drag it down. You can change some of these numbers. So imagine instead you got Bitcoin at a price of, let's say, 50,000 US dollars. That's going to put you in the green. It's going to change the pie chart, and yeah, and then everything will be updated, your whole account here. You know, if you got at 70, I think for some reason it would put you into the red, but the pie chart actually wouldn't change because this is your current holdings. Now if you imagine that you had like one full Bitcoin instead, that's going to update this, because this would basically, yeah, reflect what's currently in your portfolio and not what you paid for. And you just see that it just updated, so like every couple minutes or so it will update the numbers automatically, so you don't have to refresh the page or anything. But yeah, then you can really simply, you can just see the formulas here. You can really easily build out a total investment by just taking the sum of all of your net investments, the sum of the current values for the portfolio value, and then simply just subtract those and divide them to get some information about your whole portfolio. And then here you can just make a pie chart really simply, donut or pie chart. Just pick your values here for, well, you could do the percentage or the current value is what I did, and then take the tokens as your label. So if you do all that, pretty simple formulas, you could start, you know, building out a very basic stock tracker, or crypto tracker, I guess, whatever you want to call it. One good thing to mention as well is because it treats it as a currency with this formula. Let's just go here. If you want to write it, if you want to write a different currency, so instead of, you're not interested in the price in US dollars, but perhaps you're interested in the price in Canadian dollars, we can also pull that number up as well, format it with a $sign if you like, and let's make sure we can read that. Yeah, and so here you'd have the price of Bitcoin for like 1 Bitcoin in Canadian dollars. You can also do the opposite if you just switch like BTC CAD and put CAD BTC. You're going to see basically 0, but that's just because there's not enough decimal places. And we're basically going to see like this is what 1 Canadian dollar would be worth in Bitcoin. So yeah, you can switch those around basically with any of Bitcoin, Ether, Litecoin, or Bitcoin Cash, and pretty much any other fiat currency that you want as well, to start building out a simple portfolio tracker for your cryptos.